Well, hello everybody. It's me, Ryan from BizarrelyFunny. You might recognize me more with this though. But how about that Mortal Kombat 1 trailer? What'd you guys think? I just wanted to give you guys an update video because a lot has changed. You probably see that I'm back, and there's been a lot of like roller coastering with that. And I just wanted to explain a little bit more detail on that and also tell you guys what's new. So let's start with what's new. So I am now engaged. That happened a little while ago, but I now have my own ring. A little bit of a proposal on my partner's end as well. So things have gotten better in that regard. And a lot of my health problems have been improving too. I'm down in Mexico right now and I'm limited to one Sub-Zero costume. You guys saw that the other day probably. And unfortunately, until June when my family comes down, I don't have anything else. So if there's any other characters introduced like Rain or Baraka or any of the other ones I play, unfortunately I'm gonna have to just wait on those ones. I wish I could, guys. I really wish I could. But I just wanted to go through some things. So my breathing, I've always had breathing problems, and they've been improving a lot lately. My sensory has been getting good. I've been lifting weights. Me and Anthony are actually preparing for a fight that's gonna happen in September when the game comes out. So I'll be flying back on August 21st. So I'm not staying here too long. And it's kind of hard adjusting to the high altitude though. It's 7,500 feet or like, I don't know how many meters that is, but you guys would have to convert it unfortunately. But it makes it really difficult to breathe when you do exercise. So I've had a little bit of an uphill battle on that, but we're a little bit over 2.5 months in and we have about 3.5 months left until we would be filming something for that. But what we want to do is potentially do two different things. So do a skit version of a fight, and that could be Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, but we've also polled you guys and asked your opinion on whether or not you'd like to see something kind of like the first video that we made. You know, the one with 3 different fights in it. We could do something like that. And by the way, it's really hot here and I have 3 lights on me. So if you're wondering why I'm sweating my balls off, it's just because of that. And it is a little bit difficult for me to take the mask off and talk to you guys face to face because I have yellow teeth and I was born with these yellow teeth and they've actually caused a lot of my health problems too. And it's always been hard for me to pull this out of the way and talk to you guys, but I'm finally developing the confidence for that. And that is a lot thanks to you too, because all your comments and all your feedback and all your support and love through all of this process has really made me feel like I'm cared for and like you value what I do. Of course, I know a lot of you guys do, but it has been a bit of a roadblock when we've been spending like, you know, almost 14 years trying to get Ed Boon's attention and the company's attention, just hoping to get validation for what we do, hoping to get just a little bit of respect. And we've just like destroyed our bodies more and more. Like our MK11 fight, I had bruised ribs for like a month. Like it was not comfortable after that for a while. And we just kept stepping it up. And that's actually how I got kicked in the eye in the Street Fighter fight.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
We really thought that if we gave it our all, that eventually they would appreciate it and be like, wow, maybe we should, you know, either bring these guys into the fold or at least let them know that we respect them. Because, you know, people in my own family, unfortunately, even they were kind of telling me to stop doing what I was doing. And there's a lot of like inner insecurities and stuff. And as Parodius, we're kind of alone. I mean, we love the Super Zeros and we wish that they would make more content, but we can understand why they don't, because parody is pretty much kind of dead within the Mortal Kombat realm. And I feel like we're kind of the only ones doing it. And we put almost everything back. We've put into the costumes, introducing new characters, and even going back and forth, because when I'm in Portland, I'm still 2.5 hour drive away from Anthony. So that can be kind of difficult to coordinate, and he works like 50, 60 hours a week. I think he's on like 20 something days in a row working like 12 hours a day. So it kind of just really is difficult for either of us to find the time or the energy. And that shows his passion too. Like that Scorpion reaction he did, he didn't have any energy for it because he had just worked, and he does that all the time. He really loves this, and he's put his heart and soul into it for so many years through all of his characters, through the editing, all the sacrifices that he makes. And I see those, and I wish for him to make it. And for me, it kind of boils down more to that when I do my characters, one thing that I'm not sure if you guys understand well enough, but a lot of my characters destroy my throat. And at this point, I'm almost to the point of like not having any capability of breathing through this throat because it's so closed up. Something that I haven't shared with you guys or even Anthony is that a while back, with all of the mental issues and deterioration that occurred because I was being cheated on by my partner with someone else in the community named the Arcane Pain, and even my friends there ended up continuing to be friends with him, which the gaslighting and everything else led to a lot of deterioration and insecurity over time. And I'm sharing that with you guys to tell you that I ended up in the hospital. And it was because I drank, and I didn't drink that much, but it was a lot in one short period of time. And I was dehydrated, and it was just the state of my throat at that point. My throat had gotten so bad that in order to film, and right now I'm having asthma, but in order to film, I had to clear out for 4 or 5 hours phlegm and bleed and bleed and bleed. And only once my throat was so dry that there was nothing else that could come would I actually be able to film. And when I would film, though, I wouldn't be able to breathe, especially with the mask on. This mask, this one in particular by another Facecraft, is actually a great mask because you can breathe through it. But most of the masks that we have are very difficult to breathe through, and we push a lot of oxygen out with these characters. And the voices being raspy is something that the fans have gotten attached to. It's our distinguishability between all of the other versions of the characters. And so it's like something I have to do. But even the other day when I just do a simple reaction or something, I have to spit up blood afterwards. So for me, that's why a little bit, we gotta get a certain amount of views in order for it to be worth it. To me, it's not about the money. It's just about, how much, how many views are needed to be worth bleeding and causing more damage for my throat and stuff. But back to the hospital part, since I'm kind of jumping around. So thank you guys for listening to all of this. I was in there for 2 days, and I was just, before that, it was 3 or 4 days of just vomiting up everything, water, anything I get down. I got down to as low as I think 130 pounds at that point. And around that point, it was very difficult to see the light ahead. And I appreciate all of you guys for helping me with that. I just want you to know that I love you all, and I appreciate all of the support through the years. And if there have been times that I have not been able to communicate, I haven't gotten back to you, it doesn't have to do with you. It has to do with me feeling insecure, like maybe I don't think I can say something funny as a comment, or maybe I am worried that maybe I don't have the energy to be able to communicate back how much I appreciate that comment or whatever at the time. And I'm sorry for anybody who has felt neglected through that. There has been some fighting through all of the cheating and everything that occurred in the past. And I would just like to let you guys know that anybody who I've fought with that has actually deserved an apology afterwards, I have apologized. I have owned up to that, and I have reached out to them, and I've been working on fixing those types of things. And now that I'm getting stronger and feeling better, I'm able to collaborate with people. I'm able to have more fun doing what I'm doing, and I'm able to care less. Before, it bothered me when we would have something that we worked a lot harder on, and then some reaction channel would just do crazy views in comparison. And with all the blood, sweat, and tears that go into it for us, and even just the sacrifices through our throats, our backs, etc., it felt like, why is this way? Like, what, people don't like us? And I worried that same thing about Ed Boon and the others. And it's taken me to this point to develop the confidence and to feel well enough to know that it doesn't matter. I mean, we have lots of views, we have lots of great fans out there, and our content means a lot more to them, I think, than some of those reaction videos do. So that's why I love making that kind of content. And I'm continuing to improve my health, and I can't wait to be able to show you guys the types of fights we have planned. We have that Scorpion versus Sub-Zero or Video Game Flaws 2 coming out, and then we might also have a sparring session between Scorpion and Sub-Zero that we may either live stream or record and put up for you guys to be able to see a competitive version between the both of us. I'm gonna kind of make a ring in the backyard with 4 pillars and some rope and put some mats down, and that would be taking place right around the game's launch. So I hope you're looking forward to that. And I did want to say that, some people in the community I have had to separate from because of what I know behind the scenes. And Twitter is one of those places. So I have left Twitter at this point because I feel like it's just not the place for me. And I feel like there's a lot of people that remind me of the pains of the past. I was with my partner for over 5 years, and the cheating and the manipulation that occurred, and I thought that person, Arcane Pain, also known as the Pain Train, was my friend, and he was using me the whole time. And so were those other friends, and so are a lot of people in this community. So you always have to watch out, and you always have to really assess how genuine a person is over time. And unfortunately, you start to learn that sometimes to get in, you have to be just super nice and kiss the feet of the right people and do them favors. And I've learned that, and unfortunately, some of those people are bigots, and I'm not ever going to associate with them. So I just wanted to tell you guys all this because I love the great people in this community, but it has been a roadblock all along the way, wondering if what we do is needed and worth all of the sacrifice that goes into it. And all of you that donate, all of you that leave sweet comments, all of you that even like the videos, any amount that you do to help tells us that what we're doing is valuable to you, that we should keep doing it, and that all the sacrifices are worth it. But yeah, I'm finally gotten to the point where I can feel my limbs, where I can breathe a little bit better, where I can taste food, where my bowels work, where I don't have to clear out phlegm all day long, where I can talk to you guys like this. And thank you for everything. Thank you for helping me get to this point. And here is to the road forward. We got this, guys. Much love. Bye.